Welcome back, everyone, to the Sunday Spotlight, and tonight we're dealing with the age-old problem of space heresy. Warhammer 40k Mechanicus is a 2018 squad-based tactical game from the French developer Bulwark Studios. They actually just got a sequel announced like a month ago, and I've been meaning to check this one out for quite a while. It's been described as basically a new XCOM in a 40k wrapper, and that's broadly true for combat, but there's a bit more going on above that. It seems to drop a lot of the more annoying quirks of those games, but it's more focused on the narrative elements and context. You're still making precise decisions in turn-based combat, but your units are less individualized and the top layer management is more focused in scope. Now, the game does a decent job setting the stage, but describing the plot of a Warhammer game is always kind of a multi-layered conversation. You need to adjust your jargon depending on how much the listener knows about the franchise. For those just tuning in, the titular Mechanicus is an order of technology priests on behalf of a colossal space empire. Humanity's been at this for so long that a lot of powerful tech is now ancient and barely understood. Thus, we're basically transhuman space IT guys with kind of our own internal culture, doctrine, and command structure. Now, the Imperium is morally dubious on a good day, but the opposing factions are often no better, some outright powered by actually hell. In this case, our primary nemesis appear to be the Necrons, an unholy mix of necromancy and robots that just won't die. Our goal, broadly speaking, is to encourage them to do so that we may dig up some ancient tech on God only knows what planet. Now, I've played a little bit of the tutorial, so I'm not going in completely blind, but otherwise I put my faith in the Omnissiah. Let us play. Robots and necromancy. That's a combination. Oh, just wait. So, yeah. Standard settings here. If you want, you can crank the difficulty up. It's got an Iron Man and permadeath mode if you like. We'll be playing on normal and go through the tutorial just for the default experience here. Also, I can't say I ever got good at these games, but anyway. The 41st Millennium, a time of darkness and war. The Imperium of Man claims the whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. Alongside the Imperium's warfleet serve the Adeptus Mechanicus. That'd be us. They are the techpriests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology, ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for worlds long lost to mankind. In the name of their machine god, they manufacture the Imperial war machines within gigantic foundries known as Forge Worlds. Toaster-humping techno-Catholics versus cranky Egyptian Terminators. Pretty much, yeah. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus shed their human weaknesses, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that is both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitari troops. The game does get a little bit deep into the glossary, but it does its best to try to explain things as it goes. But I'll try to fill in any gaps. Basically, they worship the machine so much that they view closeness to the machine spirit as impurity, in essence. They see flesh as weak and eventually failing, and, you know, there's an argument to be made in that sense. But basically, the Imperium has embraced transhumanism in a variety of forms. The Adeptus Mechanicus it basically goes full cyborg. Anyway. Not quite, but close, Kren. It is a time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom. Across this benighted galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus are one of mankind's last defenses against a new dark age. Or perhaps they will be the ones to hasten its dawn. Finding out the Mechanics actually worships the Void Dragon. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Anyway. Here's our servo skull sort of advisor, Reditus. And Echo the Noosphere Magos. An old transmission lost in the warp and recovered only now. Is it worthy of our attention? The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. So a couple interesting details right off the bat here. These characters aren't speaking any... This is a good way to get around dialogue, but also build flavor of it. Because these characters are essentially speaking to each other through a network, and it's giving the sense of them being kind of inhuman, but still conveying the essence of the conversation down here. Yeah, 40k is extremely over the top, and it is very dense and kind of hard to get into. Honestly, I still only engage with it at kind of a surface level in terms of, like, specific video games that I enjoy. It's more that I enjoy reading about it than getting into, like, the more tabletop aspects of it. Although a buddy of mine did recently start up, Did start a few games through Tabletop Simulator, and apparently they went pretty well. Yeah, tech priests also just casually make modem noises at each other, pretty much. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large knows it not. This represents an unknown but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research, perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. The transmission's origin is Silva Tenebris, part of the Emesis Solaris, within Ultimus... Yeah, see what I mean about glossary terms? Like, this is a location, but they're starting to throw... This is pretty... This whole concept is a few layers deep into Warhammer lore, and you kind of have to know what you're getting into before pulling the trigger. Let's see. Coincidentally, one streamer I watched who couldn't remember the name asked if something was about that 401k thing. Ah, that's good. I love that. Anyway, search the roles, Redditus, gather them. Basically, some ancient tech is on some world, and we're going to gather our most expendable tech priests to go after it. But I do like the kind of economical dialogue here, where these people, they still have personalities, as we'll see in the conversation, but it's also very clipped and efficient, very cold and mechanical. They have clearly become something else in pursuit of their task. So yeah, whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you will see what I have seen, but be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear, I hope, that I have woken it. I came to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Terrors, yes, threats to the body and soul, but by the Omnissiah I found such wonders. This is the Lance transmission of Magos Rezak. He vanished while on an exploratory mission to investigate xenos structures on Silva Tenebris. Hypothesis. He found something. Right, yeah, it's... the setting has kind of moved on to the 41st millennium, and basically time marches on as they add new stuff to the lore, new campaigns and such. But yeah, a lot of the setting is still colloquially referred to as just 40k. Anyway, our mission on this world is to ascertain any xenos presence, and if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means we can call on no additional support from the Forge worlds. We must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. Benefit analysis. Peace for sector. Knowledge for mankind. Potential. Opportunity. An opportunity to destroy the works of the Xenos, Gavola, not appropriate them. The Siron manuscripts, verse 619. Again, I'm going to mangle some of these words, I apologize. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder. For to us, it will be as a house of sand and knives. Magi, we are approaching the target coordinates. So this is kind of giving me some Frozen Synapse vibes, where it's not clear if you are inhabiting any real space, and your view into the situation is kind of limited to what's going on, tactically speaking. Like, we're seeing this, obviously, in real time, but the tech priests are so wired into their own internal network that how they perceive the world is very different from what's physically there. And that's kind of the vibe you get here. You do see things from a squad level in a few minutes, but also they have kind of a shared collective network. They have a shared nature that alters their perception, and the writing and structuring of the plot kind of emphasizes that. Anyway, there she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere standard breathable. My Skitarii troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in a stable orbit, Magos. Administratum records indicate a single colony, St. Eckhard's Hope, on the surface near Xeno ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. The Skitarii will deploy to the surface near the ruins along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from my command throne on board. Servile Skull Redditus will serve as my eyes on the surface. We make landfall at once. Yes, Magos. I'll set up a forward command post. Rezak's transmission looked like it came from underground. We'll secure any entrances to an underground structure so your tech priests can begin the exploration. Alright. Agrolek sector located. The tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stern architecture is littered with debris tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there, fissures in the structure cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks only of death, decline, and death. The place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors, the ancient dust stirs, and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. Going by our fragmentary information, looks like a buried tomb structure. That the sword of the Omnicia is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. I've heard it said both ways, Omnicia and Omnissiah. Let the secrets of this world equal 0. I counsel caution, Megos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saints 7.91. In the presence of the Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from Orbit, VX. The structure is too deeply buried. At Scaevola, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. Alright. So here's kind of our command level view, which shows a top level layout of the dungeon place where our team is going to be moving through. So yeah, it would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of a moral threat exists that these Skitarii are less able to withstand. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii, but they are far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I agree, Subdomina. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Servo Skullriditus shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Omnicia be praised, we're going in. Alright, the Adeptus Mechanicus are a curious breed. They explore and interact with machines they do not fully understand. Within this tutorial, so we're going to get to use... We're going to walk through the basics of the controls here. So yeah. Obviously, when we run into these red guys over here, we break into combat, but in between that, we have these exploration sections where we move from room to room and have some decisions to make along the way. Hey, Orange, good to see you! Actually, that's right, I forgot to... Hang on. Sorry, I forgot to link this in one channel. Just a second. From the moment I undertook the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. Yeah, it's a hell of an intro. Like, this game strikes a tone right off the bat, and it does a very good job reinforcing that at every turn. Like, you feel like some kind of transhumanist nightmare construct that is serving a higher purpose than just... you feel like something categorically different than, you know, the Space Marines versus Orks versus Chaos, etc. that you're used to in the setting. But anyway, these Xenos hieroglyphs, I know of them. Yeah, this game knows what flavor is and how important it is. Exactly. I'm actually pretty impressed with the writing so far. These are my undoers. Necrons. Mysterious. Unresearched. Ill-researched. Corruptive. This could be a rare sample of the Necron language, Magos. We barely have any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. This is the work of the alien, Magos. Codex Fulminatus 8312. Show caution and scorn in all things. So yeah, sometimes tech priests will feed back important information about what they encounter in a room. These situations will require you, our commander, to make decisions. There will be consequences, so choose wisely. So right off the bat, we're getting a sense of what you do outside of combat. So we have a choice to scourge the technology here, scrutinize it, or secure it. And those are going to have consequences in, I assume, both the narrative and mechanical sense. So, destroy the obelisk, it's a monument to the alien, it must fall. Examine the inscriptions on the obelisk, or check the surrounding chambers for potential dangers. Me being the cautious sort, I'm going to lean towards secure. But presumably you have a chance to uncover more information about these at the risk of possibly corrupting or losing people to the forces of chaos. Anyway. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Thank the Omnicia, no one was close enough to be hit by the radiation, but something's happening in there, something huge. Noctilith source detected. Also known as Blackstone. Request collection. Immediate. Oh, they're anti-chaos. Interesting. I hear them kind of lumped in. I honestly... I don't understand all that much about beyond the basic mechanics and the fact that, you know, they are extraordinarily hard to kill. But I don't know much about the faction specifically, so do feel free to correct me on that. Anyway, so let's see. We get this resource called Blackstone, which will be an ongoing concern going forward. I assume that's like a research currency. Anyway, on to the next room. Alright, let's move on here, and let's get into combat. Necrons. Rizak did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says that they are as deadly as they are inhuman. Thank God, another game that recognizes that datum is a word. The singular of data. Now, the cohort encounters resistance in the form of xenos constructs. Not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. Their long is convoluted, but TLDR, they used to be a sapient flesh race that gave up their souls to deep space gods, not chaos, then ultimately ended up betraying those gods for their freedom. Then they went to sleep. Now they're waking up and they're very unhappy. Awesome. Well, you know, who wakes up in a good mood these days? I'd be pissed too. So yeah, Crusade, the aggressive stance of the tech priests ensures they will not be outmaneuvered, but risks running headlong into the fire of the enemy. Consistency, follow established combat engagement protocols, shall be done by the book. Foreigners who are in a bad mood. Yeah, like most of the setting, really. Caution. Exercise extreme caution. Do not charge in too heedlessly, lest the trickery of the alien be our downfall. Let's do it. The slow advance risks granting the enemy the opportunity to execute an ambush of the Adeptus Mechanicus force. Xenos form detected. Confirmed. Readiness cogitators now function for synthetic forms. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study this standard construct Necron warrior. Weak spots detected. None. Concerning. I wonder about the symbols emblazoned on their torsos. It must... Do not underestimate. Gauss weaponry. Highly volatile. This is true. I've heard of brothers and sisters in the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It's more like if you went to take a nap, woke up, and then suddenly there are factions of rats raging war in your living room. You're like, Jeremy, bring me the broom. Hey, Zero, good to see you. It also has double-checking cogitators. Widely known, they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if left the time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Skitarii are the equivalent to a Class C graze to Necrons. So, yeah. Basically letting us know that just bringing them down isn't enough. We need to finish the job once they are down. So, this is us, Alright, so this is us deploying our troops here. These orange thingies will be important, and the game will explain them shortly. First, we're deploying our tech priests here. Just park you right there. Let's get rolling. So you got your standard turn sequencing up here. It's individualized. And, let's see. Move a unit. Left mouse to the blue outline. There we go. So yeah, like at XCOM, the blue outline indicates the maximum range of your movement. But you basically collect a shared resource, this cognition here, and that lets you apply additional movement for the unit. So if we move here, any spot adjacent to the pillar here will let us collect it. So yeah, you just moved your tech priest to a source of cognition points. This represents the valuable information the tech priests are harvesting. Alright, the fastest way is by moving us... So basically there are multiple ways to get this. You can also send your servo skulls to get that. And this is what we spend for extra movements, special attacks, and so on. And it's shared across the squad. Yeah, cover is either fully on or zero. No such thing as half cover. Gotcha. Alright, so yeah, you can see because we collected that, we now have one additional movement space. Not quite enough to reach this guy, however. We can deploy a servo skull and collect another cognition point. Alright. Every tech priest has their own. Servo skulls are very helpful in combat and collection. Select an enemy to find out its battle statistics. So we'll send this over to this guy here. And you'll notice we didn't actually see its health points before, so we're scanning it to get basic information now. That'll tell us a little bit more about how much wiggle room we've got before we start running into trouble. So yeah, physical armor, energy armor statistics. The game reflects the fact that you're kind of going into the dark against a not well understood... Ah, perfect timing, Zero. But yeah, the game reflects the fact that you're going up against an enemy that you don't really understand all that well. And it reinforces that with a lot of mechanical decisions. So we'll hold off on that for now, because this guy can't reach anything. So we'll end his turn. Quite. Yes, neither you can shoot each other because you're behind a wall versus you're out in the open. Makes sense. So yeah, the visuals aren't really as kinetic as you'd see in like a new XCOM, but I think mechanically overall it's pretty solid. So we're going to move this guy up here. Collect the point here. We'll send the servo skull over here to collect that. And we'll take a pot shot at this fella here. Yeah, damage is nice and impactful. It's more, I think, movement feels a little more stiff than you'd be used to in this. But otherwise, honestly, I think it looks pretty good for 2018. Anyway, you've not revealed the statistics of the target. At this result, the amount of damage is unknown. Not a problem. Alright. This guy can't really do anything. One thing the game doesn't tell you until you try this, ranged weapons basically won't work if you're in melee range, which is any space adjacent to them. So don't move this guy up because all he has is a gun. Unless you've got another ability they can make use of. As for the lore of the Krons, they were one of the races that emerged at the dawn of the galaxy, and they waged war against the Old Ones, who were warp-aligned frog people who, among other things, created the Eldar and orks. To survive, they aligned themselves with the Satan, who were eldritch star-devouring monsters. They essentially gave up their mortality, but were tricked so that most of them also lost their identity. The higher forms of Necrons have a lot of personality, though. Anyway, they eventually rebelled against the Satan. Again, probably mangling that, I apologize, and subjugated them. Interesting. Alright. So you'll be able to call in other members of the cohort as the battle goes on. This will happen at the start of every round. You'll need cognition points to deploy troops. So this is a big change from the usual XCOM alike. This lets us call in reinforcements from these servitors, who are less individualized, but are extra meat we can put on the battlefield, and we can bring them anywhere close by that these tech priests here. So we'll deploy another trooper here, and here. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. There was only one. Bots. So one per round, basically. But still, an interesting decision that gives the battle more of a fluid feel. And kind of feels like you're less encouraged to just stand behind cover and take pot shots at each other, and more rewarded for aggressively capturing these control points, and then using those resources to better deploy, but to become more mobile and to deploy additional people in the field. Oh, it's pronounced Satan. Okay, alright. Okay, yep, I completely missed that. That makes sense, though. If I was playing 40k for the next co-op, we're going to play in Rogue Trader. I still need to get to that, unfortunately. I do want to try that out. I'll probably play that single player first, but that is on the to-do list at some point. Anyway, I'm going to light this guy up here. And he's down. Down, but not out. Killing Necrons isn't simple. Necrons are made of a self-repairing metal that is able to knit together dismembered limbs and gaping wounds. We should call this reanimation protocol. When a Necron is in their reanimation protocol, they're unable to fight but will return to fighting conditions soon. So basically, once they're down like this, just hit them again, and they'll go down for good. A small complication, but again, it's another thing that gives the game its individual flavor. Now, we're going to move this guy up here. Rogue Trader is neat, but really pissed me off at a certain point. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I never did get the, I never did get much of a spread of opinions on that game. It seems like people broadly like it for a lot of the same reasons people like Owlcat's other stuff, like the Pathfinder games, but I can imagine it had its share of jank and other issues. I know Wrath of the Righteous, I really liked that game for the most part, but it really got bloated and just kind of like Baldur's Gate 3, it kind of overstays its welcome in a lot of places. It isn't very well balanced across its acts, which is a shame, because overall I think it's a very good game. Anyway, in Mechanicus, there are two types of units to control, techpriests or troops. Troops are your servants and cannon fodder. They don't have access to as many weapons and skills, however they're useful and should not be overlooked. Alright, the dead money method. It's thoroughly an Owlcat game, it's an utter mess. Oh, interesting. Anyway, let's see. Servo arms, single target melee attack. Let's move you up here. The big pain point was comparing it to Owlcat's other games and going, okay, in WTR Kingmaker, they'd have a lore unique item to go with this hideously painful multi-faction boss fight that was kind of a random encounter. Ah, man. Yeah, it sounds like there might be some core design issues with the fact that they didn't... It sounds like they didn't necessarily learn the lessons they needed to from Pathfinder, which is a shame. I think they can make a good game, and again, I broadly really liked Wrath, but always got the sense that something fundamental to the design of the game was also holding it back. And that's something I felt like they could iterate on with further games, but it sounds like they didn't in this case. Okay, Necron, who's just attacked, has been teleported away to somewhere beyond our reach. In practical terms, this means you've killed the target. Let's see. Act 3 is just like you're playing a whole different game than the first Act 2. Yeah. That's the big problem with Baldur's Gate 3, is that there's just so much to do in that third act, and it really kills the pacing of it. And a lot of it is honestly really good quest material. They just didn't pace it out over the stretch of the game. Instead, they just have a whole bunch of it all at once toward the end. And yeah, the eyeball random encounter, that is nasty. I remember that slowing me down. And I think that is almost guaranteed if you try to cross an army unit with your command unit in that game before you've cleared it out. Alright. Homeboy here is a little bit sturdy, so... Damn. We should be able to get this, but might as well send the skull back for one more point. But yeah, Wrath's issue was definitely a quantity over quality issue. And I feel like that bogged down Baldur's Gate as well. When an enemy moves out of melee range, providing your unit is a melee weapon, the enemy will trigger an opportunity attack. Got it. Free melee, got it. So if this thing tries to move, oh yeah, get dunked on. Haha! Get fucked. Alright. And that takes care of it. So when all enemies are down, regardless of whether you destroyed them, the mission is complete. I do think 12 was a good level-wise capping point. The main thing is you hit that level cap far before you run out of things to do. And then again, that kind of speaks to design bloat within the game itself, unfortunately. Anyway. Room cleared, on to the next one. Your cohort's HP carries over from each fight within a mission. Keep this in mind when exploring a tomb and looking for opportunities to repair. So this reminds me a little bit of Midnight Fight Express, where the point is that your resources are consistent from one fight to the next, and you need to mind that when you're choosing what risk to put yourself in. So you need to avoid damage where you can, and take advantage of opportunities to fix yourself up when they're available. Alright, here we go. Hypothesis formulation. Sarcophagi, coffins, burial places. Structural purpose designation, tomb. In the chambers ahead are several groups of structures like upright coffins of an unknown material. Alright, ignore, intrigue, ensure you observe your surroundings carefully. Ignite. Make sure you destroy any structure that looks suspicious. It's worth pausing your advance to do harm to the Xeno abominations. So I'm liking that they're already giving a flavor to the ways you can advance. Whether you want to be strictly mission-driven, whether you want to be curious, or whether you want to be purpose-driven and, like, just leave no trace of this heresy behind. We will investigate this. At possible risk of contamination. They're waking up. Alright, so we got currency. The cohort examines the sarcophagi and note that each indeed contains a Necron war form within its heavily armored exterior. They are drawing power from somewhere. Fascinating. Alright. On to the next fight. Looks like that's our destination there. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. A quick omnispec scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by xenos life forms. Also, howdy, Mirage. Good to see you. Alright. So we got a couple more Necrons here. Alright, Jeremiah, how about we put you up front here? And Menarius, let's park you back here. Can we deploy servitors at the start? We can. Excellent. We kind of want to hang on to that, though, because there's not a lot of cover for the advance, it looks like. Yeah, we'll hold off on that for now. Start battle. Oh, bother. Alright. Actually, there's no cover for advance. Fuck me. Alright. Well... Oh, here's the frickin' cognition points. Alright, tell you what. Can you reach that thing? Alright. First, scan this fella. Alright, 5 hit points. That's not too bad. Alright, how did you blast this thing and then fall back? Yeah, cover is a myth in Mechanicus, clearly. Hey! Good shot there. Alright. How about you fall back and start mining cognition points? You're just about to move using cognition movement. Right, yeah. That's fine. The only things that matter are range and sight blockers, exactly. Get that cognito going, exactly. So yeah, you're getting the sense that your characters can have multiple actions in a round, and you're mostly limited by the number of cognition points you've got and the actual actions on their taskbar here. Basically, everything here, unless it says otherwise, can be used once. But that can add up to a lot of actions in a single round for that one character. Alright, now, let's get Jeremiah going. Alright, why don't you check that other guy over there. Good. Alright, how's about... let's move you... it's just on the edge of range there. Nope. Alright. One doink should do it. Beautiful. Now, it's not instant that they get up on their turn. More like there's like a 3-round cooldown before they get up instead. So you've got some time before you need to close the gap. Alright, we'll move you over here because we need to get close enough. Ow. Alright, that stings a bit. Alright. Yeah, so we got 2 rounds to get there. Can't up-deck scarabs. What the shit? Oh boy. New enemy type. Shit. Opportunity equals knowledge. Gather. Must obtain. Required. Scarabs detected. Source data surfacing. No life forms detected. Area safe. Continue forward. What? That is clearly not the case. Redditus, verify your cogitators, then tell me what surfaced from Magos Rezok's cogitators. Scarabs, of an unknown xenos race. Biology, synthetic, possibly artificial intelligence. One specimen's gathered, AI theory equals false. Personal recording. Weeks of study show there are many variants of Scarab, each with their own roles within the Xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter, they're able to repair other units within their species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. It appears the machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access some more of Rezak's data than we thought was corrupt. It must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us to access the cogitator records. It's unsure why he would lock this under a synthetic proximity encryption. So, basically, it looks like these things can repair enemy units and we need to interfere with them. Or make use of them, it seems. So... alright, Servitor, I need you... shit. Can we send you over there in time? Nah, you know, we'll send you over here and have to deal with that guy. Should be just enough time. A lot less use for tabletop. Canoptech Scarabs are the cute little flesh-devouring drones of the Necrons. Yeah, getting that vibe from these things. Really, anytime you're dealing with swarms of something, that's almost never a good sign. Alright. So... cognition gauge is full. Servo skull's on cooldown, unfortunately. Yeah, go ahead and blast that thing. There we go. Tabletop's a dysfunctional mess. Staple little insect wings and stingers to the scarabs. Oh boy. Yeah, if there's space bees, fuck it, I'm done. I'll go play Space Marine or something. That just has orc boys to worry about. Ow. Oh, god damn it, they spit acid too. Of course they do. Alright. Let's see. Can we hustle you over here? So, got 1, 2... Let's see. Reach there. Should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think we can just reach that guy and doink him before his turn comes up. So, go ahead and move over there. Alright. Fuck. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Jeremiah only has a ranged weapon and he's in melee. So, we're gonna have to risk an opportunity attack and get him out of here. Fortunately, if we can get over here, that'll prevent this guy from taking a shot at us. I saw that. There was a delay turn option. Nice. Alright. Hustle on over here. Blast this thing. Aha! So we dealt with 2 of them, but the third one. So I assume the apparent size of it reflects its overall HP gauge. Basically, yeah, the numbers reflect how much damage it can take. Now, of course we got a damage over time effect. Father. Okay, Jeremiah, gotta hold together, champ. We'll get you patched up at the end of the round if we live through this. Alright. Let's go ahead and deploy another servitor. Every unit's gonna count in this. Alright, so if we move up here... Machine spear charged, here we go. There we go, that takes care of that. Thank you. Now, one nice little detail here is a single movement does not consume basically your entire range like it does in XCOM. So if you move once, like a few steps here, you still have however many steps you still have. It's basically a standard movement point system rather than something that would limit you otherwise. So again, a lot of nice little things that strip out a lot of the minor annoyances I found with the new XCOM games. Which overall I broadly liked, but did have some things that I think are kind of holding them back. Anyway. Alright, you move on up and finish that one off. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing this. It's honestly been a while since I've gotten into a Warhammer game. And that would definitely be... Okay, one little detail to note here is that servitors cannot spend the cognition points here. That's just for your tech priests, so worth keeping in mind when you deploy these guys. So let's move you here. Maybe we can get a blocking action going. Alright, you hold up. Let's see what we're dealing with. But yeah, it's kind of interesting looking back at Warhammer games in the context of knowing a little bit more about the tabletop. And, you know, looks like we're just being blocked by our own unit there. So inch on over there, Jeremiah. Give that guy a doink. And then get back into quote-unquote cover. Good boy. There we go. That's it. Take the blow, buddy. You can do it. I have faith in you. The machine spirit is with you. Alright. When servitors are hit in combat, tech priests take an interest, quickly noting down damage angles, projectile speeds, and other useful combat information to be used. So basically, when our servitors get shot, we get more command points, or cognition points. So yeah, very handy to deploy the meat shields ahead of your main units. Now, I don't think we'll need another one. Probably couldn't get up there anyway. Alright, can we get you up there in time? Yes, we can. Let's get up there and finish this. Right, yeah, servitors cannot cognate. They are entirely... They are servants in the very literal sense. They do not think, they just follow instructions. And that takes care of that. Go team. All Xenos life forms purged. Next room. Hopefully we'll get to repair. This symbol replicates a location of significant importance. Right. Each of these brings a close to the end of a mission. Negative signs of hostile forces. Seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed. Permission authorized. Acknowledged, Megos. Protocol begins. What is primary focus, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces. Numbers, defenses, locations. Any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondary. Source of the purpose of this tomb. Why it was built. Interface devices all but eroded. There is one device that may hold answers, but Necron data looms are incomprehensible to Imperium archaeotech. This might take a while. Idea. Magos, if I take host of this priest, I could be of assistance. Approved. Noospheric interface incomplete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions, Magos. Deconstruct device, activate switch mechanisms, learn Necron language, and return later. What will it be, sire? Always so meticulous with her lists, Tech Inquisitor. Engage on Xenos mechanisms, although I detest to do so. The promises of the rewards are too great to ignore. Having to lower ourselves to the Xenos learnings may be the only way to reach the archaeotech we seek. Sorry, I got a bit of a tickle in the back of my throat there. Noospheric interference. Disconnect at once. Purge. Reset. Noospheric disconnect complete. Possible scrap code. We'll fragment now. So getting the sense that Scaevola here interfaced with something not necessarily wholesome. Sorry, damn. I'm back there. Anyway, sire, we have unfavorable issue to deal with. Requesting Dominus input. Fragmenting. Wholesome in Necron systems? Quite. As Tech Inquisitor Scaevola left suddenly, my cogitators glitched. Augmentations entered sporadic reaction protocols and have fried vital sign registries. Unclear and full damage report. Necron device is now activated, sire. Fragmenting. Fragmenting. Remove yourself from the noosphere, Scaevola. Reditus, report. Necron cat meme. Oh, God. The tomb is waking, sire. Reports from Skitarii cohorts across the planet. Note the tremors vex their locals. We lost contact with the Skitarii that were covering the entrance to this tomb. We can hear noises of approaching forces. Improve protection protocols, load weapons, and ready for what is to come. We must face the Xenos.
I wake with the turning of Aeon.
Oh, we can voice after all.
Stars yet burn, life yet blossom. Is it truly time?
Oh boy. Thrones of Mars, what was that? Yeah, that's a really cool touch. Because again, that further, like, emphasizes the inhumanness of the Mechanicus forces. Like, we have become something else, but it is communicating vocally, which is a very cool point of contrast. Again, there's just so many great details in the writing and presentation here. Anyway, an omnilinguistic transmission, Magos. Seems these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of the structure.
What is
primarily in binary, yeah, that makes sense.
flesh and steel combined? A mockery of both. Their
Principal Xenos Warform sighted. Exotic energy signatures past sensor range. Designate Xenos Abominatus. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. Yeah, he seems utterly repulsed by us, which is a very interesting thing to have your villain exude. Anyway, what are your orders? Alright. Cohort reaches a large chamber beneath the first layers of the Xenos ruins. Bridges stretch from balancing platforms, barely holding themselves together, while rubble falls from the high walkways like breadcrumbs, escaping into the abyss below. Capture. Contain the Xenos and return it to case this Metallican intact, so it can be vivisected and studied. Fall back. Get the tech priests out of there. Stand ground. Annihilate the Xenos, filth with righteous fury. I get the feeling if we try to fight this thing now, it's gonna be a hopeless boss fight. So let's fucking do it! Why not? Death or glory! Yeehaw! The point made earlier. Imagine you just woke up and there's a bunch of rats all over your living room floor. Yeah, that's basically the vibe I'm getting here. Are you certain, Magos? It's in keeping with the doctrines of the cult of Mechanicus, but I do not believe we have the fire... Okay, this is probably the game giving me one more warning.
This galaxy is infested with vermin.
Oh, we are so hosed. This is gonna be funny. Void Admiral Agrilek. This is the final battle of the tutorial. Apply what you've learned so far and strive to obtain victory. The 41st millennium is a brutal place. You may lose this battle, but not the war. In Mechanicus, there are many alternate paths to discover. Alright, so basically saying we can lose this fight. Although, what do we got here? Huh. These might be useful, or they might be enemy spawn points. Actually, yeah, they probably are enemy spawn points. Oh yeah, we are so fucking screwed here. What the hell. Let's make a good go of it. Alright. Jeremiah, in cover. Menarius, in cover. Cover-ish. Let's get it on. Alright. One alternative path I know of that's kind of unintuitive to access. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, this looks like a fight you could maybe win, but it just feels like the odds are meant to be overwhelming here. Alright. Can we shoot this thing? No, we can't. Oh, cognition -1. Oh, shit. Alright. Let's see... Do we have eyes on anything? There's an enemy right there. Alright, let's see what we can learn about this thing. Fortunately, it looks like servo skulls can go basically anywhere. Oh, this guy's got 40. Oh, God. What appears to be energy armor of 5, so I don't think we've got anything that can even damage it. This will be fun. Alright. Cognition gauge full. Alright, sit tight. Oh yeah, this is some boss fight music. I always kind of like it when a game gives you kind of a preview of what the final boss is going to look like. And then you hit them later on and they're at the same strength. You've actually had a chance to level grind and such. Thanks, Zero. Oh yeah, I'm feeling the soundtrack here. Again, this game is killing it on a presentational level. Alright. Why don't you hustle on over here? That's a very interesting form of hustle, but alright.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
I can do 1 or 3 points of damage per turn. Maybe? Possibly? Alright. Well, let's send in the meat shields. Alright, well. Gotta start somewhere. If we move over here... Do we have a shot at that thing? Hang on a second. Camera's a little bit rigid, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, so if we move out here, we do have a shot on there. Do so. Alright. Give it a doink. Hey, we did damage to it. Alright, so maybe this is possible. I mean, you know, not likely, but possible. I live in hope. Alright. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to be aggressive if we want the cognito points. Alright, how about you move up here and just kind of lie in wait. You know, when he runs up, just hit him with your servo arm. It'll be a funny prank. Alright, Jeremiah. How about you pop out and... Can we hit him there? Yes, alright. Damage absorbed. Shit. Okay. Yeah, we can't do jack shit to this guy otherwise. It's pretty much just cognito points or bust. Alright. Well, this'll be fun.
How dare these wretched things stand before the void admiral of Cesaragon?
Well, we didn't know is the thing. It's not like you labeled the place. Hey, here we go. Oh, okay. Well, we got a point from that, at least. Servitor 001 has died. Do not worry, troops are cannon fodder designed to protect your tech priests from attack. Alright. Okay, so we do get more points from these things per round. That's some saving grace, at least. Alright. Maybe if we just continually send servitors out there to act as meat shields, we can hold the line. It's not a great plan, but, well, let's be honest. That kind of went out the window when we went to this fucking place. Alright, so if we move over... here... We can poke at him. Again. Damage absorbed. Motherfucker. Okay. Well, there goes that strategy. Alright. Spend the point, get back into cover. Imagine having a great plan. Alright, move on up. Let's see if he can absorb a whack in the face. Hey, that did damage. A whole 1 point. This is great. This is fantastic. This is a productive use of my time. Just send the servo skull, collect the point there. And what if... Actually, hang on a second. Can we set up Overwatch? Probably not. Yeah, well. Alright. End turn.
When my fleet sails once more, vermin like you shall be strung from my prow.
Oh, man. Alright, well, there goes another one. Next. Yeah, no, go away. Bad Void Admiral thingy. Alright, well, let's deploy another one. There. Yeah, getting a slight Davy Jones vibe from this guy. Only worse. Like, way, way worse. Alright. Yeah, fuck it. Death or glory time. Yeehaw, motherfucker. Hey, 7 damage. There's a good hit. So I'm guessing it probably is technically possible to beat this thing. You're just very, very, very unlikely to do so on your first try. Yeah. Davy Jones, if Davy Jones wanted nothing more than to kill everything that existed. I can kind of see that. Alright. Servitor, bonk him. Damage absorbed. It's alright. Hey, critical, nice. Yeah, I figure if we can get him to half health, I think that'll be pretty good. I think that is a good moral victory.
Not think to challenge us,
Early large landed.
our gods.
Buddy, if JRPGs have taught me anything, it's that killing God isn't as hard as it sounds. You just need a whole bunch of your friends to get together and then have the power of friendship and possibly shoot yourself in the head with a magical gun. You know, normal high school stuff. Alright, let's deploy our last servitor here. I have faith in this guy. Far more so than the other guys we've had. He's totally gonna make the difference. You got this, champ. Alright. Damn it. Servitor. Bonk. Of course his buddies are gonna show up now. Well, fortunately he'll still be able to take a blow. Actually, we get more points for that. 3 damage. Hey! Is that 19, I think, now? Kick ass. 17. See? We totally could do this. Just, you know. I feel like you'd basically have to go through the tutorial and not take any damage on your primaries there.
The trembling.
Yep. Alright, there goes our last servitor. Yeah, we lost too much damage. That's the figures. Ah, well. I'm honestly kind of surprised you can hurt him. And I'm actually kind of pleased at that, because, yeah, a lot of the time when you fight the boss early on, they're functionally invincible. So it's kind of a nice touch there. Why don't you back way over there? Last stand time, buddy. You got this. I have faith in you. Ah, of course. Well, worth a try.
In time.
Yep, I gotcha. Nightmare Shroud. Now what's he doing? Ah, shit. No, he's going for the good guy. He's going for the good one. Eh. Eh. Ah. Bad Void Admiral. Bad. Back off. Does buy us one more turn of shooting this dude. Ah, fuck me. You know what? Fuck it. It's worth it. Alright, he's down to 10. You got this, man. Hang in there. Oh, I should have bonked him before I stepped back. Damn it. Ah, of course. And Jeremiah gets, or the other guy, gets taken out by a mook. Oh well. Alright. Valhalla awaits, Jeremiah. If you can do any damage on this round, I'll be proud of you. Make the Omnissiah proud. Yes! Jeremiah, you're going down in history. We got you down. We got the bad guy down to the 6 points. One more round would have fucking did it.
What becomes of your wretched form?
Yep. Pick it up on that. Oh. So close, yet so far. Report, Kepra. You saw it, Magos. The tomb contained a Necron warform of capacity beyond our expectations. We lost the whole squad. True. However, one battle lost is not a war lost. We will face many losses on this mission, but no matter the cost, we will succeed. And there is something else. The reanimation. The Necrons are waking up. It started when Resac stumbled on the tomb, but our arrival is accelerating the process. That obelisk may have been a form of intruder alarm, and now the sarcophagi in the tomb are starting to open. And we no longer enjoy the luxury of time. Whatever we do on Silva Tenebris, it must be done before the Necrons awaken completely. We do not even know yet how far the tomb complex extends. We are under the gun, then. Omnissiah preserve us if our duty is ever easy. I return sorrow and despair from my emotional cores, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision-making. Instead, I choose to quarantine them and adjust our approach. The word of the Omnissiah teaches us that when one method fails, another must be sought until all are exhausted. Then what are your orders, Muggles? The Skitarii will explore the tomb chamber by chamber, and maintain a foothold. My tech priests will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crises. Time may be a factor, but a mission can only be achieved with thoroughness of a full deployment. I shall mobilize the Skitarii immediately, Muggles. Opportunity detected. Leader forms of Necrons rarely never observed. Potential of intelligence on Necrons added to sum total of human knowledge. Imperative. Focus on acquiring artifacts, intelligence, data from... And of course, Captain Grumpy here has to chime in. Hold your blasphemous tongue, Scaevola. You counsel the abandonment of our very souls. Life of Archmagos Borasis, Appendix 9. Our only objective should be death to the alien and all his works. All else is deviance from the Omnissiah Creed. If intelligence gain equals true, then go to victory. Aphorism retrieval. To face an enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Better in ignorance than in heresy. I return frustration into conflict and choose to experience it. So yeah, there's kind of some... There's a bit of black comedy in the fact that they have obviously abandoned their physical shell, but there's still some very human bickering in this, as you get conflicting points of view on how to combat this crisis. They're very much mechanical, but there are still personalities at work. Again, very good writing on this, very strong presentation. Anyway, let's see. There will be bloodshed enough on Silva Tenebris without the Magi coming to blows. In purpose we are united. This is the will of the Omnissiah. They can choose not to experience emotion, but he agrees with it too much to do so. Exactly, it's great. Yes, it shall be done. Alright. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Skitarii have been monitoring the structure we uncovered, and what they found gives me grave concern. Explain, Xenobiologus. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Magos Rizak accidentally began the process, and our intrusion into the structure hastened it. Yes, we covered that. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered, and from the energy spikes across the region, there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan for the exploration of Silva Tenebris is to locate these structures and contain the constructs within. That may not be enough, Magos. I detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation process, and the rate the Necrons are awakening. They are speeding up. Can you be certain? Necrons are machines. Machines act according to patterns and programs. If the reanimation protocols continue to accelerate, they will fully awaken every Necron on this planet in 264 hours. Given the extent of the buried structures, that will constitute a Necron army beyond this mission's ability to contain. So, looking at about 3 weeks here. Not a lot of time. I see. Our time here is limited. Strategic calculate. No, not even that. It's like 11 days. Shit. I can't math tonight. Strategic calculations indicate time spent and deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions we'll be able to deploy. Okay, so there's going to be a time element to this. I'll send Skitarii scouting parties to discover other tombs and create forward positions for your high-priority missions, sire. If the threat on Silva Tenebris is not assessed and eliminated before full reanimation is reached, we'll be forced to abandon the planet. Some Necron lord taking offense to what was just said. You wired a toaster into your own brain, you have the gall to call me a machine? Exactly 11 days, yeah. Alright, this is the Necron Awakening meter. This shows how many Necron tombs have awoken on Silva Tenebris. Try and gather as much information before reaching 100. So yeah, this will be kind of our doom clock thing here. And either the game ends or things get worse if it reaches 100. I assume it's not necessarily an instant game over, but presumably they get a lot stronger if that happens. Very much an opportunity cost structure at the core of the game. Yeah, I'm feeling that, yeah. Anyway, that is part of my humanity I've chosen to retain. The fear, that is. But I can quarantine it in my neural vaults and choose to instead focus on what must be done. We must choose our missions wisely. Will not be easy. The Omnissiah did not send us here to do anything easy. The threat to humanity present on this world will be eliminated, or we shall not leave. Thus the equation is balanced. It is the will of the machine god. Alright. Acropis Sector. Alright, this tomb is bathed in a sickly green light that serves not to illuminate, but only to make the shadows deeper. Every surface seems connected via filaments of alien light. The design here speaks of xenos tech heresy, forbidden knowledge in a structure as alive as anything inhabiting it. Early exploratory readings indicate the walls are made of substances not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into the substance suggest unknown regions of space mapped according to some alien understanding. The weight of such blasphemy slows the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it seems unlikely they are the only dangers here. There's just really strong evocative writing in this. Even when it gets dense into the glossary in terms of the world, you get a really good sense of place and character. The sense that you're stepping into some kind of unknown danger, that you don't fully understand the problem, and that as alien and strange as you are, your enemy is older and stranger still. Anyway, so this will be our command ship here. And I guess this is where we make decisions from. So yeah, here we customize our tech priests, prepare for the missions ahead, select the missions from the character portraits on the left screen. Select and equip our tech priests. Right. Cohort tab. Here we go. Okay, so this is a list of our tech priests and troops. So there's Menace and Jeremiah. I assume they just stepped out of the cloning tanks there. Tech priests are shown in the bottom 6 slots. Right. Alright, Jeremiah, you and Menace were absolute troopers there. Let's take a look at you and see what we can do here. Alright, so we didn't lose them permanently. That's good. Would you like to know something interesting about... Sure, yeah, let me know. Okay, disciplines, upgrade. Damn right you're to level up for that, Jeremiah. Okay. Okay, so Blackstone is what we it's our upgrade currency. Alright, that makes sense. Playstyle, select one of the skills. Okay, Explorator, Securator. So, let's see. Reveal enemy statistics when in melee range. So this is movement. This appears to be combat. Let's see. Your next weapon's attack condition points. So this is about preserving resources, gaining armor. There's different skill trees, basically, for your troops. Okay. Hit the spacebar when you're on the mission select screen. Oh, well. I think we gotta give that a try then. Troop gains, +1 damage. Yeah, you know what? We'll make you a bit more of a standard combat boy there. Alright, we need Blackstone. That works. We've got just enough for that. Okay. Alright, the choice is yours. Tech priests can be multi-disciplined, meaning they can learn skills. Right. Alright. So this lets us upgrade the weapon as well. Eh, you know what? Why not have a... Oh, I guess you can only have one. Oh, no, there we go. Alright, if we got the gear to spare, why not? Alright, let's take a look at Menace. You, sir, also did exceptionally well there. Let's give you some good stuff. Oh. Need more augment slots. Right. You're more of a melee combatant, so yeah, why not? Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. Alright, let's go back to the mission screen here. No, just regular coffee. We won't be going for too much longer. I just want to see what it's like to deploy in another mission. Anyway, let's see. Mission select screen. Spacebar. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see that. Oh, that's the guy. Rebus, or whatever his name is. That's the recording we got that led us here in the first place. Interesting. Alright. So I'm guessing as we uncover more of the plot, we'll have access to more logs, and that will give us additional missions we can go on. Very clever. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, let's see. Scaevola, let's see here. Okay, wishes to begin a research into the secrets of the Necrons and ask for specimens of the enemy gathered from the tomb of Acropus. Yeah, we'll go on a quick mission here and see what happens. So, launch this here mission. Alright, tech priests and troops. Okay, add a unit to the Orvis lighter transport. Right, yeah. Jeremiah, Menace, and we'll take a couple servitors, which I assume has a deployment cost. Or maybe not. Canticles. Restore Litany of Life. What's this? Okay, those are just boosters. Right. Forward, men. Ah, it was fine. Nothing exciting. Okay, ask you in this mission because of your experience with surveying alien artifacts and organisms. And so the heretics of Stygius 8 can plunder this world for its secrets. Deployment cost of 0. Alright. Your assertion false. If object concerns offense, go to different mission. And leave you free to do as you will? A dereliction of logic, Scaevola. Macarian 16:4. Watch your brother, for his sin of heresy is thy sin of tolerance. Silvatena Evrius evaluation commences. Wonders, opportunities, secrets. Rare chance for discovery. Intelligence on xenos. Must not fail to exploit. The logic of your enthusiasm eludes me, Tech Inquisitor. My emotional cores return only peril to our mission personnel and the threat of the awakening xenos. Therefore, I am on this mission. My role, gather intelligence, seek truth, return to human comprehension. Dictates of Mars retrieval, gather knowledge for the good of all. And how are you to go about that? Field operations in person, suboptimal. Sending tech priests instead, optimal. Exactly. Send your understudies in first. You know, you want to get them some field experience. Anyway, location, Tomb of Acropus, commence immediately. Magos doesn't want you to know this. The servitors in the cohort pay are free. You can take them home. Alright. Plenty of samples. Gotta kill them first. Got it. Alright. Yeah, this is, Right, these are men and women, fellow devotees of the cult Mechanicus. Agreed, Mag. Valid point raised. Ensure human corpses are returned as well. Opportunity to study the effect of Necron technology in human flesh. Scavola's got a good head on their shoulders. They're winning me over here. Alright, onward. Yeah, this is bringing back memories of Tier 1 tech support. I mean, I didn't get shot at this often, but, you know, dealing with the same problems over and over, working with tech nobody really understands, scope creep on day-to-day responsibilities, a work environment not really fit for any form of life, that's all deeply relatable. Anyway, tombs possess autonomous repair, defense, maintenance capabilities. Awesome. Okay. Acquire. Now, I note this has a little cross icon. I assume that means this option here aligns with the person giving the mission here. So, what the hell? Collect. Oh, acquire plus. That was just more option there. Scarabs not individual constructs, but resource of the tomb itself. A good shot from a Necron weapon does not leave a corpse behind. Necron weapons work by peeling atoms away from the target in layers. Jesus Christ. It's science time. Hell yeah. Acquire but be greedy. Gotcha. Yeah, so we get extra cognito points for that. Alright. More scarabs swarm out from a previously unseen aperture, revealing they must have a system of passageways throughout the tomb so they can be sent where needed. Right. Onward. Glyph, huh? A single port designed for a Necron canoptic creature extrudes from the device. Oh boy. Alright, it's a 6 or 2-3 situation. Fuck it, choose this one. Hey, space bucks. I don't know what I did, but it rewarded me for it, so what the hell. Alright, let's go this way. Push a button, any button. Scarabs come in 3 sizes. Small, tank, and titan. Oh, our presence has been detected. Necrons are waking in response to our presence. Okay, defense systems will start activating. This increases the difficulty of the mission. Longer you spend... Oh, I see this meter over here. Alright, so that rises as we move. Fantastic. Getting a bit of a Darkest Dungeon vibe here, where the longer you're in a dungeon, the more likely things are... The more stress builds up, or the more your circumstances worsen. And so you're advised to be kind of goal-oriented, though you're also advised to get what you can. Alright. The first Necron war forms remains after the rest of the fallen constructs teleport away. Fades in and out of reality as if about to disappear. Like most of this, most of the setting's infantry weapons are gross. Once you get to the thing that fills your blood with blade whips, it's like, come on, man. Standard Space Marine gun is basically a miniaturized missile launcher. Yeah, no kidding. Like, 40k tech, the scale of 40k stuff in general just boggles the mind. Like, the average the average space... The average ship of a Space Marine chapter is basically a flying cathedral. It is far beyond anything we would find conceivable today. Anyway, man, deactivated, sure, it's destroyed. Take targeted sensor readings. You know what? This one we finish off. Necron teleportation malfunction possible rare. Replication of circumstance desirable. Fuck yeah, give me the points. Yeah, like 0.75 cal got gyrox or something, yeah. Bolters are indeed explosive tip gyrojets, that's it. This means that at the current moment there is no game that correctly depicts bolters. It is another instance of the setting just being gonzo with its tech and just going two directions that are hard to depict even in fiction. Anyway, this panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room, beyond which is filled with cognition. If we could work out the right commands, we could reap the rewards within. Fantastic. Alright. Push a button. Ow. Fuck you. Okay, container of some sort seemingly has the raw binary seething within. Clearly it is of xenos origin. Sparks of data leak through the age sealant used to contain the treasure. Damn it. Alright. Well, give that servitor some downtime when we get back to the ship. Have him perform some routine maintenance tasks. Oh boy. Extra Necrons in battle. Yeah. Necron combat tactics, weaponry capabilities eliminated, study required. Chamber shows signs of having been the scene of a brutal gunfight. Two Skitarii lie dead, with marks from Gauss blast all over the walls. Let's see. Examine the chamber, eulogize, extrapolate. Yeah, you know what, why not? Let's get combat data. Necron's mere automata. False. Analysis. Necron capability is greater than or equal to trained human troops. Ashamed live fire combat exercise is impossible. Must remain a dream. Scaevola is just peak for science here. Now, do we want to risk going over here? Kinda do. Let's see what we got. I assume one of these is going to have a random encounter, or a combat encounter. Self-preservation first curiosity. Conflict unresolved. Desirous of not knowing what purpose chamber serves. The chamber head is lined with glowing green cylinders, each pulsing with power. The air is thick and greasy, and arcs of static electricity leap from the cohort's extremities as they approach. This chamber is almost certainly extremely dangerous, but it's the only way forward. Have to shut down. Study. Slow and steady. Fuck that! For science! Damn it! Observation alone is not enough to understand the function of these energy-hungry devices. In attempting to dismantle one device, the cohort is subjected to a blast of plasma that burns and irradiates them, followed by a cascade of exotic particles that teleports them to a different chamber. They rue the questionable decision to examine these machines closely as they make their way back to the mission path. Oh, man. You know what? This does have kind of a tabletop feel to it. The way each dungeon room has like a mini narrative associated with it, and you're not getting a complete picture. Again, you're making decisions from a high level, and you're not seeing directly what your troops are seeing outside the narrow window of combat. So, some really interesting decisions in this game. And again, they emphasize with every detail that you are this detached alien thing leading your troops against a mostly unknown enemy. One of the designers who work on 40k did a collab with D on one of the Warframe expansions, thus we have 40k inspired equipment and not dreads. Okay, that's kind of fun. I wholly appreciate Warhammer stuff making an appearance in non-Warhammer stuff. Okay, so it looks like a fairly short combat encounter here. Let's park you right over here. Just engage the buddy system. Stack up. And we've got this thing right here. Two warriors over here. Alright. Oh, that's the sample. Alright. Now, we need to be mindful. We are in the last room of this, so I think we'll be okay if we park ourselves here. Actually, wait. Can we servo scan remotely? We cannot. Shit. Alright. Get some stats on these guys. You know what? Go ahead and scan. I think we'll be alright. Hey! Alright. I suppose there are others in here, maybe, possibly. Eh, maybe we can get back to cover. Ish. Yeah, just park yourself over here. No spheric scan. Feel enemy statistics within melee range. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Alright. Get info on the other guy. Alright. If we move here. Alright. Jeremiah, give one of those fellas a doink. Yeah, that'll work. Ah, shit. Oh, damn it. No, I see he's got the energy armor there. Fantastic. Although, why don't you move on up? Go and say hi. There you go. See? Let him tank that one. Ow. Alright, let's make this guy regret trying to move. Park you right there. Alright. One more drink? Alright. There's a few drops left. Come on. There it is. Alright. We'll be wrapping up after this fight. Alright. There's a little bit of damage there. Alright. You just hit that guy. And this guy will probably kill himself trying to get out of melee range. Yes! Sweet! Alright, how about you move on over here and give this guy a bonk too. Outstanding, outstanding! We're doing this, team. Machine Spirit is pleased with our prowess in battle. See some optimism here. Ow. Don't think of damage. Think of that as just a learning experience that leaves a physical reminder on you. Oh god, not the scarabs. Oh, damn it. Of course there'd be more. Are there more samples we need to collect? I know it was some concern that... Do we have to shoot that thing? Hang on a second. Oh, we probably have to destroy it. Son of a bitch. Alright. Okay, it's gonna take a little more work than I thought. Alright. First, servo scan. Grab that thing. Alright. How about you... Fuck it. Doink that guy. Alright, he's down. Alright, how about you move on over here? That takes a Cognito point. Let me move into range next turn. Alright. You finish that fella off. Yeah, we'll have our drones take care of the servitors, I'm sorry, take care of the grunt work here. Oh, fuck. Damn it. I forgot about those scarabs there. Fucking space bugs. Oi! Yeah. Don't you dare. Don't you dare kill that guy. No! Shit! Okay, he's not dead yet, but situation suboptimal. Alright, deal with this. There we go. Alright. Oh, that provokes opportunity attack. Motherfucker. Alright, send Servile Skull over here. Ah, shit. Okay. Not ideal. don't you go over here. Start whacking that thing. Alright, that takes care of that. Very good. If we live through this, I'll give you a promotion. Oh, fuck, you're in the way. Forget that promotion. Alright. Doink that. Oh, god damn it. Alright, gonna have to be on the next turn. Probably should just run up and boinked it, but we might need that point for reinforcements here. Sit tight. Okay. Do not let that Necron get up. There we go. Good man. You're gonna get the promotion that the other guy was going to get until he annoyed me. Well, so much for that. Is there none among the servitors that is deserving of a promotion? Presumably if we go through enough fodder, we'll find someone worthy. Alright. You, also deploy. Why don't you park right there? Stall that guy. Alright. You bonk that thing. Beautiful. Alright. Why don't you march on over here? Just body block for these things. There you go, good man. Alright. Let's see. Drink more go juice, thank you. Alright. Step on out. Stop and pop, you know how it is. There we go. Right. We could charge it. That would expose our last tech priest to damage that we don't want. Nah, we'll park you here for now. Nice, good hit. Presumably. That's alright. Fight through the pain. Acid ain't nothing but a thing. I did acid at Woodstock 40,000 years ago. Now, damn it, here goes another one. I sure hope we vat grow these guys. Alright. Alright. That takes care of that. Nope, he's still there. Son of a bitch. Okay. Alright, one step forward. Now shoot him. Okay, come on. I know you have line of sight there. 2. Inch forward. Swipe, and... Oh! God damn it. Menarius. Regeneration juice is for closers, Menarius. There you go. That servitor's gonna show you how it's done. Nice! Good hit. There we go. That's how you get your regeneration juice. Beautiful. Go team. Alright. Circumstances evaluation. Confirmed disappointing. Necrons employ teleportation technology to achieve post-destruction discorporation. Where do the remains go? Fascination intensifies. Alright. Necron constructs vanish, leaving no samples to be collected. Take pick grabs. Thoroughly search chamber for any components that might have been missed by the teleportation. Move on, hoping the next combat will yield useful samples. Nah, let's take pictures. We want something to show people when we get back. Okay. Live targets for evaluating effects of Gauss fire on human body. Conjecture. Most illuminating. Hey! We get an arc rifle out of this. Or a fragment of one, I guess. Nice. Mission complete. Alright. Hey! I cannot say I support your conclusions, Kavola. Beneficial conclusion itemization follows. Necron discorporation witnessed. Enemy contracts destroyed greater than 0. Necron combat performance evaluated. Chances of functioning Necron available for dissection. Tripping over my own tongue. Definitely time to wrap up. But emotional cores are returning sensations of frustration and resentment, and I choose to acknowledge them. The lives of my tech priest are not there to be risked for fulfillment of your desires, Tech Inquisitor. They are there to be risked for the acquisition of intelligence and learning sacred knowledge. Your understanding equals approvable. Oh, man. These guys need an open mic night. Okay, so you lose... So it doesn't cost to deploy them, but you do lose money if your tech priests don't come back. Alright, that's fair. So this mission was a bit of a bust in terms of finances, but we did get something out of here. Rock and roll! Alright, new canticle unlocked. Complete one mission without using a canticle. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw the achievement pop up. So we get a new booster to the mission if we complete it without using additional boosters. But alright, I think we'll call it there. I think that is a good sample of the gameplay and a good primer into both the setting from the lens of the Mechanicus and a taste of what to expect from the game itself. I really like this. I'm definitely going to be playing more of it. It's a neat twist on standard, by now standard turn-based tactics gameplay, and it is a neat perspective for the 40k universe you don't see a lot of, because the Mechanicus are kind of a faction within a faction. Their interests align with the Imperium, but they do kind of have their own directive, for lack of a better word, and they're often off doing their own thing, as you can see here. So I'm really glad that people recommended I try this, and I'm looking forward to getting to play more of it. Thanks everyone for tuning in, thank you for the head pat, have a good night, and see you next time.